ITV's I'm a Celebrity star James McVey has revealed the harsh impact the show had on his health, which left him struggling to walk. The musician, who took part in the 2018 series of the show alongside Floriste and Harry Redknapp, quickly made lifelong friends. James, who is one-fourth of the band The Vamps, was an instant hit with viewers and wasn't shy about stripping down for the cameras. Despite having a body many would envy, James has spoken about the severe toll the show took on him, admitting that even walking 30 meters became incredibly difficult. The 30-year-old has previously been open about his struggles with body image and food, once saying he lost himself because of it, The Mirror reports. He became obsessed with his protein intake and losing as much fat as possible, confessing he had an eating problem before joining the chart-topping band. Speaking exclusively to The Mirror about his struggles, James said that while he used to be very self-critical of his body, he's now starting to make peace with it, although he still has daily things that make him think about exercise and food. James, a Chester native, shared how the drastic calorie cut on I'm a Celebrity affected him. He said, "The intensity of the calorie drop was really hard for everyone. I went into that process. I definitely was in a better mental state than I was in 2013, 2014 and 2015 with food. Being in the jungle, I was miserable because of the lack of food. I would have done anything to eat everything." He also revealed how exiting the jungle reignited his issues with food and body image, as he explained, "Coming out kind of kickstarted my peculiar relationship with food again because I came out of the jungle really thin, but I thought I looked really good. I thought that was strange. I had a negative approach to my body. Looking back now, I look really gaunt, my skin was faded. I was really, really thin at that time. I was like, I've got six-pack again, great." However, James revealed that whilst in the Australian camp, he was not fond of his physical appearance but was pleasantly surprised to see his abs on returning to the hotel. He admitted, "The jungle definitely kick-started that weird process again, and it took me a bit of time to get over that." Thankfully, James was quick to point out that his own personal experience and the awareness from people around him helped him recover from this setback without causing another bout of self-critical behavior. He said, "Luckily, because he'd gone through something similar before with dealing with body image, I was able to equip myself with the techniques and people around me knew the signs to watch out for, and I was able to get better without another big kind of relapse." The star revealed that during his time in the camp, he found it tough to walk 30 meters due to a lack of food and being extremely tired. He said, "It's important to say that we were probably on 300 calories a day. You think I probably eat 3,000 a day now, and the average is a couple of thousand per day. The point is, people wanted to aspire to look like that physique, they need to see the other side of that, which I presume wasn't shown on TV." The walk from the camp to where you do the interviews in the evening is probably 30 meters. "I had to stop on that walk because I was so exhausted from the lack of energy. I regret to inform that, even that short walk took much effort for me. I was knackered. So the reality of being on a diet that makes you look like that wore me out entirely, making even the basic tasks such as carrying firewood seem like huge challenges. It was all too much for me. I'd never endorse a lifestyle choice where someone aspires to look that way." Looking at the 29-year-old's gym routine would be enough to tire anyone out, yet this musician, who's presently pursuing solo projects, acknowledges he's scaled it back quite a bit. On a recent trip to South Africa, he didn't hit the gym once, which would have made him feel sad 6 years ago if he didn't get a workout. His bandmates, Bradley Simpson, Connor Ball, and Tristan Evans, while they enjoy exercise, don't overdo it, something James considers good for him. The musician shared that he didn't go on Celeb to start a new part of his career, as he explained, "I did that show for 2 reasons. I was a huge fan of that show. I wanted the challenge because on paper, that show was difficult, but I'm not the sort of person that was ever the outgoing person that enjoyed kind of like that physical journey." After the show, he kept a low profile. "When I came out of that show, I was quiet on the show, I was anti-celeb vibes. At the crux of it, I was very happy and content, and I still am, being the guitarist in the Vamps. I came out and didn't run with the opportunity to be a celeb. I turned down a lot of interviews, a lot of brand things. It's not why I did the show. I'm grateful for doing the show. It was a challenge, mentally. However, something wonderful did happen to him as a result of the show after James asked model Kirsty Britton to marry him. He popped the question in January, just after he left the jungle. Talking about being married, he said, "It's been a couple of years now. I met my wife in 2014, so for the whole of my career, she's kind of been behind the scenes. At the start, she was doing her undergrad. All of us in the band have had relationships at different points, and I think Terry's something really nice about having that grounding anchor at home. Some people could get quite lost on the road while touring, but I think family ticks the box too, having a partner there and to also be able to share things with them. My wife comes to a lot of the stuff we do nowadays, it's lovely. She's best friends with the Vamps boys." James squashed rumors of splitting from the Vamps, stating, "We were in the studio in the summer, we're going to be doing some more stuff, we just need to get some vocals done. There's no thought process in any of our heads where we're like, oh, let's leave and pursue the solo stuff. It's been 3 years since the last Vamps album. 3 years for other bands is not that long, but I feel like the Vamps have done so many albums in such short succession that people kind of presume something is wrong." He carried on by stating, "We've got a big world tour this year that started a year ago, Terry's going to be more stuff coming, it just takes time to get it right." Sharing his thoughts about his solo music, he added, "With my music, I'm able to really go down the rabbit hole of exactly how I'm feeling. I'm able to write 5-minute songs, it's nice to have that musical freedom." The musician joined forces with Mind Charity for his first solo gig in almost 20 years after opening up about his mental health issues. James admitted that he once fainted from smoking too much cannabis, and explained, "I kind of tricked myself into feeling that it was a good thing for me, a good drug, it was good for my mental health, it was good for my inspiration with songwriting." Although James confesses not having a chemical addiction to the Class B drug, he realized he definitely became addicted to the feeling of consuming it. He further stated, "You can draw parallels actually with my negative obsession with food and exercise. I was getting to the point where my schedules and my routines were centered around smoking cannabis. It took a big moment, which was last October when I passed out. It was a real awakening."
I just need